Hi everyone, welcome back to another video of Marvels. Finally, I'm back with the collection video that was long overdue. Thank you very much for waiting and keep requesting this one on Instagram or on YouTube. I think the last one I made was 2022 and I just finished like the first part of the video would be this cosmic shelf that I made especially for cosmic characters like Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy, Annihilators, and also the Heralds. Started with has like Galactus here with Silver Surfer, and this Cosmic Ghost Rider. Here is No Far battling these scrolls against Kree here, and I still need more of this Kree soldier and Skrull soldiers. Roam the Space Knight, Ronan the Accuser, Space Phantom, Moondragon, Drax, Groot, Star-Lord, Gamora, and Rocket here. Nova, Beta Ray Bill, Cosmic Iron Man against Super Skrull, and Gladiator. You're using the new head sculpt from the 2-pack. Magus, OG Guardians of the Galaxy, Fence Astra and Yondu, Fire-Lord, Terax, Herald Thor, Frankie Ray Nova against Blue Marvel, some of the heralds here, Morg, Mindless One against all the Captain Marvels here, Marvel, Yennisfeld, Monica Rambeau, and Carol Danvers. On the side, it's started with Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, The Thing, and Johnny Storm. It's Franklin and Valerie Richard. Love this too. And Icarus here, Doctor Doom. This is going to be a big year for this character. And then Impy, the Impossible Man, Herbie, and Bastic Batman, Peter Parker. There's also the character that Doom's replaced on the next Avengers movie, Kang. The brothers of Thanos and Star Fox. Molecule Man, along with Psycho Man, and also High Evolutionary. From the Negative Zone, it's Blastar and Annihilus, Dragon Man, Claw. Still yet to buy the new Dragon Man, but I think this one's still my favorite one. Mole Man. Finally, we got a almost complete team of Inhumans. Black Bolt, Medusa, Karnak, Lockjaw Crystal, and there's also Triton. There's That's Head 1 and 2 here, about to ready to rumble, and Fin Fang Foom and towering high here, watching over all of this cosmic thing that happened is Wado the Watcher. For my next project, I think I'm about to make this space more of like diorama, because it's a little bit big, and I'm intentionally make this to make like a battle that was set in outer space. Hopefully for the next year video it will all be finished. and I can give you the final version of it next. Moving on to the next shelf is the Modern X-Men. It's the battle display that I got here. I made the Haslab Sentinel as Master Mold here with Old Man Logan towering him, and Storm also ready to fight the Master Mold. Here's Nimrod, Archangel flying here, and the team of X-Men: Danger, Iceman, Jubilee, Rogue, Rachel Summers, Magneto against Tri-Sentinel. Here's Omega Red against Gambit. On the back here we can see Bastion and all the Prime Sentinels against Warpath. Still one of the most cool looking Warpath figure from the early Hasbro days. Sorn, Dazzler, Polaris, Havoc, and Karma. Kid Omega, aka Quentin Quire, Daken, and all the Sabertooths here. I mean, all the Wolverines here: X-23, Daken, Logan, Sabertooth, and Nightcrawler. Here's Beast, Cyclops, the Utopia uniform, Falcon, Darwin, and Emma Frost and the Stafford Cuckoos, Jamie Madrox, Multiple Man, and here's Phoenix with Colossus and Kitty Pryde, Magic, Wolfsbane, and here's the team of X-Force, Domino, Psylocke, there's Jonathan Starsmore here, Chamber, Phantom X, some of the X-Men team against the Toy Sentinel, Cannonball, and Karima Shapander there. Strife against Cable, Danny Moonstar, Hope Summers and Forge, and here's the Deadpool corpse. Here's the Dupe, Headpool, Hitmonkey, Deadpool, Lady Deadpool, Dogpool and Squirrelpool, and also a Shikla here. Just like the space cosmic display that I've shown you earlier, I'm about to make a battlefield display for the Modern X-Men here, and hopefully in the future on the next video I can show you the finished product here. But still work in progress, but hopefully you'll get the idea. Moving on to the shelf is the Hall of Armor of Iron Man. It's actually definitely not the finished display. My intention is to separate the MCU and the comic version of the Iron Man armor, but yeah, I already put almost all of the Iron Man armors that I got here, both from the movie and also the comics. So hopefully I'll finish this part soon as well. And down here are the figures that consist of the double characters that not make it to the main display, or I also put the Heroic Age Marvel figures here, and it's actually a blend between Toy Biz and Hasbro figures here, also from the Gamerverse, the movie from the Toy Biz era, and actually I'm about to change this lower level of the display here, maybe just for the Heroic Age and some of the X-Men team, either from the Outback era that I put in somewhere else right now. But yeah, I'll make this space more stand out. Hopefully in the next video. Moving on to another cabinet. The first shelf is the Asgardian shelf. That is actually not on the first, like the previous video. I mixed the Asgardian figures here with some of the cosmic stuff as well. There's Black Winter, and this is Thunderstrike as Thor, I think. Beta Ray Bill, so using the Toybus one here, the classic Beta Ray Bill. King Thor from the alternate future. Lady Sif and also Valkyrie. Angela, Odin's daughter. Some of the elders here. It's Odin with Gore, Destroyer there. So menacing here. Very cool Odin figure. Hela. I think this is still the only comic Hela that we got on Marvel Legends. Ulik. So Malekith. Gore. They got Butcher. They got Butcher. Here's Odin's son with Jane Foster, Thor, Lady Loki and Loki. I'm still using the Toybus Loki here because I still love the detail of the Loki figure here compared to the Hasbro one. Enchantress with Executioner, the recent buff that we just got. And this is where I also put some of the stuff from the cosmic characters from the X-Men. Empress Ciliandra Neramani and her sister, Deathbird. Such a cool looking figure. Here's Chad and Corsair here with her Imperial Guard. Gladiator, the new one that we got from the 2-pack, and also Fang here. The space is still a little bit spacey here, so I think hopefully, and this Brute Queen here, hopefully we'll get more Asgardian characters in the future, like the Tree Warriors maybe. Yeah, I think Hasbro is already going deeper on the character selections, so I believe in the near future we're gonna get more characters either from Asgardian and the X-Men cosmic characters. Moving on one level down here to the classic Avengers characters. I put most of the classic characters here, also from the street level heroes, starting with Punisher here. I'm doing the combination of the Jim Lee Punisher, the Walgreens exclusive that we got like almost 10 years ago. I'm combining with the head sculpt from the War Journal one. There's 2-pack that came with Bushwhacker. Here's Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. Tigra here. Hawkeye, Black Widow. Still using the Alex Ross version of this tree. Captain America, Iron Man, and Hulk. And Thor, and Hulk also here. Spider-Man. I also put the classic Fantastic Four characters here. Black Panther with Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, Thing, Namor, and Silver Surfer. She-Hulk there. Warbird with Photon, Monica Rambeau. The Scarlet Witch with Vision. On the back, here's Wonder Man. We're about to see his TV series, I think, in a couple of days now. Doctor Strange, Yellow Jacket and Wasp, 2 Ghost Riders, Danny Ketch and Johnny Blaze. Also Scott Lang, Ant-Man there. Black Knight, Hercules, and Moon Knight. I think I need to add some of the classic looking figures here. Like Falcon. I haven't unboxed the Falcon. I need to get the double because the mock one is so pristine. And what I need to buy next is also Mockingbird from the West Coast Avengers box set. So here's my classic Avengers slash Defenders slash Fantastic Four lineup on this second shelf from this cabinet. Moving on to maybe my most favorite shelf in this whole collection is the 90s X shelf, which consists of the Jim Lee's X-Men squad, both blue and gold team, X Factor, and also the X-Force here. I also put most of the other X characters here, like Excalibur and Alpha Flight here. Starting from the left, here's team of X Factor. On the far left is Professor Charles Xavier with Moira and also Legion. And here's the team of X Factor of Quicksilver, Wolfbane. I got it custom made from Doppelganger Z, shout out to him. Havoc and Polaris, Forge, and multiple men here. Here's also the team of New Mutants. And because I don't have anywhere else to put them, it's Monet and also Husk here, Random and Strong Guy. Also put the team of Alpha Flight here, Sasquatch and North Star Aurora, Songbird Buck, Vindicator, and Guardian here, Shaman. And this is the centerpiece of the X shelf, the gold and blue team of the X-Men, Wolverine, Cyclops and Jean Grey, Beast, Iceman, Colossus, Gambit and Rogue, Nightcrawler, and Kitty Pryde here, actually representing the Excalibur. It's Psylocke and Archangel, and also Bishop here with Jubilee. And intentionally put Jubilee and Sunspot side by side. Well, you know, the romance of them was exposed in the X-Men 97 TV series. Here's the complete team of the X-Force. Loving the new Wolfsbane that we just got earlier this year, I think. Cable, Domino, Shatterstar, Siren. Sadly, we didn't get the screaming face, so we can put her like flying. Maybe in the future. Boom Boom, Warpath, Richter, and Cannonball. There's also other 90s characters here like Maverick and Ned Grey, the X-Man. And here's the other Excalibur. Love the new Rachel Summers Phoenix here that completes the team of Excalibur along with Nightcrawler and Kitty Pryde that I mentioned earlier, and Megan, also Captain Britain. The giant size X-Men team of Banshee, Sunfire, and Warpath. So I'm about to like put them hanging there like flying, but I still try to find the best way to fly them in the shelf. Other 90s character that I love is Marrow and also Maggot. The 80s, also I slipped them here. Custom made by my friend Doppelganger Z is Magic and also Karma. So I think I don't have any more space. If there's a new character on the 90s, we just almost made all of them by Hasbro, but maybe I'm going to separate them if there's any new release in the future. But yeah, definitely this is my most favorite part of the collection, is the 90s X shelf, I call it. Still on the X shelf, one level below is the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants and the Rivers stuff from the jungle, the Savage Land, the Hellfire Club. I put it here. Here's Magneto leading the team of the Brotherhood with Sabretooth here and myztik. Destiny, it's very difficult to get her now, and thankfully almost like 2 weeks ago I finally got my hands on her. Juggernaut and Blob. There's also my favorite trio of the Brotherhood, Toad, Avalanche and Pyro. Silver Samurai with some army from the Hellfire's Club, Hellfire Guard, Shadow King, Caliban, and also Callisto there. Zero, Spiral, and Mojo. Arcade and Sugarman is there as well. Vertigo, Black, Tom, Cassidy. Strife. I combined the earlier release with the recent 5-pack that we got, like pretty recent. Mr. Sinister, Apocalypse there. Fabian Cortez, and I believe that we are going to get Exodus near in the future, hopefully. Onslaught, Ogun there with the old Zabu. Actually, I already got the newer one here, but I haven't replaced the Zabu there with the new one. I'm waiting for Khazar and Shana that I already got on the pre-order to change all of them there. Sauron is there in the background. And here are the team of the Hellfire Club. First, Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost, Celine, and then his Harry Leland, is it? Donald Pierce. No, it's not. That's Mastermind, right? With his disguised form, I think. And Hellfire Guard here as well. Omega Red, the River. And here's the Reverse Squad, Bonebreaker, Lady Deathstrike, Pretty Boy, and I created him as Murray Reese here, a little bit Kit Bash there. And another Hellfire Guard here. I haven't changed the blob to the new version, which I think I like this one better because he looks more blobby here. So here it is, the team of X-Men adversaries. Sometimes they're friends, sometimes and most times are their enemies. The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. On the villains front, now I'm actually really having fun displaying these villain characters because for the past 3.5 years, I think, we got so many new characters, so many new villains on the Marvel Legends line. So here I put the characters from the like evilish, devilish stuff here, from Depths of Hell, like Mephisto and stuff, and also put the AIM guys here, and Armen villains mostly made their way here. Here's the Mephisto, still using the Marvel Select one, and Vengeance from Toy Biz. And there are the Scarecrow, actually not comic accurate, but I still love the design. That's from the Ghost Rider movie, actually. Toyland and Blackheart, the recent buff that we just got. The Void here as well. Dracula. Dormammu came to bargain here. Despair. And here's the character from the team of Ursa Major, Red Guardian, Black Star, Crimson Dynamo, Red Widow, and Yelena Belova. There's Iron Man villains like other Crimson Dynamo, Titanium Man, and here's also the character mostly that made their way into the Iron Man animated series in the 90s. Whirlwind, Dread Knight, and also Whiplash. Controller and Lilith there as well. Ironmonger, I forgot. Here on the front leading the shelf is the team of Squadron Supreme, which is Mephisto's Simulacrum. I really love all the characters and the design from the execution as well for this Squadron Supreme team, the Hyperion, the Wizard, and Nighthawk, Dr. Spectrum, and last but not least, the most sought after figures on the line as well, it's Power Princess, which is, you know, it's definitely based on Wonder Woman, and a lot of people like buy her just to do the custom version of the 6 inches Wonder Woman. And here's also this one, Black Heart, and this is also the Iron Man villain. Mostly we got here is Mandarin, Detroit Steel, Count Navaria, Grim Reaper, Living Laser, Grey Gargoyle. It's the team of the AIM squad with MODOK, with AIM Scientist Supreme here, and also the Vault Guardsmen. I need to make adding some more Vault Guardsmen to the collection to build an army of them here. So here's the villain shelf of Iron Man and from the Depth of Hell squad of Mephisto and co. Moving on to the next cabinet here on the lowest level is still the villain section of the Marvel, and here's where I put most of the villain from Avengers and Captain America, and also street level heroes villains here. Started with the leader of the Hydra, Red Skull here, with both Baron Zemo, Heinrich, and Helmut here. Also Arnim Zoller there, Crossbones, and Baron von Strucker. And just a pair of Hydra soldiers there, and then Enforcer, team of Taskmaster and Black Ant, the Wrecking Crew. Still one of the coolest looking squad in the Marvel Legends villain. Problem Man, and also Madame Mask. Red Hood, villain of Hulks here, Titania, Absorbing Man, Leader, and Abomination. Also put the villains from the Alpha Flight here, Wendigo, and Wolverine villain Cyber here. And here in the middle we could see the team of Serpent Society, King Cobra, and also Rock Phyton. All of them are here. Eel, Cat and Mouth. Still need to have the rest of the Serpent Society here, I think. Back to the Hydra squad here. It's Madame Hydra, Viper, with the theme of the villain as well. So the modern Captain Hydra, or Hydra Supreme, should we call him? Captain America. Spirit Octopus there. Nuke. It's a villain from Punisher, and also Daredevil there. There's Jigsaw, Bushwhacker, Bullseye and Lady Bullseye there. Stiltman and Typhoid Mary. What we got here is Batroc and Radioactive Man. Egghead there. There's the Mindless One, such an obscure classic characters. There's Armadillo and also Tiger Shark there. A couple of Ultrons here. So here is the shelf of the villain of Avengers, Captain America, Hulk, and mostly street heroes villains here. If they add more villains again, I need to find a third shelf to put all other new characters that are going to be released on the Legends front. Moving on one level up, here are the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery. And the squad of the Spidey villains here are keep getting bigger and bigger each year. So I might like separate them in the future as well. So many cool villains now going to the B and C level here. I'm gonna start with Venom, Kraven, Scorpion. Here. The Sinister Six are here. Sandman, Electro, Stereo, Vulture, and Dr. Octopus alongside with Kraven, the OG Sinister Six here. I'm gonna go here with Chameleon, one of my most favorite coolest looking figures and design in the 90s. Still have the OG one from Toy Biz. Owl there is the team of Carnage, Shriek, Doppelganger Spidey, and Demo Goblin, popular in the 90s. Hammerhead. There's the Negative Man, Kingpin, and his son Rose there. White Rabbit as well. Tombstone and Black Cat. Silvermane. There's Rhino. On the back here we could see the Francine Fire Electro. And then Prowler is there as well. Jake O'Lantern. And then here's Tarantula. Goblin King as well. Green Goblin. Hobgoblin, Jackal, Puma. And all the Beatles are here. Abner Jenkins, Janet Lincoln, and Layla Davis. Hallows Eve. Wolfman. And also Cardiac here. The C-list level villain of Spider-Man is also getting bigger and bigger each year. Morlun, Morbius there, Lizard. Superior foes of Spider-Man. Beetle with Speed Demon. Also Shocker and Boomerang here. Molten Man and Hydro Man here. I'm considering to separate some of the figures from this display, but I'm still trying to find what category am I going to make if I separate them from this display. But still, maybe one of my most favorite coolest looking shelf on the collection. Now it's time for the Spider-Verse figure. The lineup is also getting bigger and bigger each year. I also put the team of Thunderbolts here, a fraction of the Thunderbolts team here that was led by Punisher, and also the Dark Avengers there. It's Peter Parker on the side, Mary Jane, Spinneret, Spider-Punk, Spider-Man 2099. I'll try to imagine that this is the Miguel and Gabriel O'Hara, so I can put them side by side. Spider-Ham, both from the comics and also the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse animated. And here's Silk here, Scarlet Spider, another Scarlet Spider, Ultimate Spider-Man, Anya Corazon. Here's also Spider Noir, Spider UK, Spider-Man from the Insomniac game, SPDR, and Miles Morales alongside his team as well. Spider-Gwen here, aka Ghost Spider. Miles with his team of Kid Nova, Miss Marvel Kamala Khan, Amadeus Joe Hulk, and Riri Williams Ironheart, and Fish is also there. House of M Spider-Man, Last and Spider-Man here. It's Spidey friends and love interest of Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane. It's Pork Rind, the enemy of Spider-Ham. And there's J. Jonah Jameson, Frogman, is the Ultimate Spider-Woman. And here's also one of my favorite squad of the collection, which is the Dark Avengers. Glad that we got almost all our updated figures. They used to be released in the early Hasbro, I think. Yep. This Iron Patriot, Sentry, Dak and Wolverine, the Symbiote Spider-Man, and Bullseye as Hawkeye, Moonstone as Miss Marvel, and Ares. Still the team of Spider-Verse here. Jessica Drew and Julia Carpenter. And I also put the Japanese Spider-Man from Toei and 1977 Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man here. That's the cool thing about Spider-Verse, we could put every Spider-Man stuff here. And here's the Superior Spider-Man. Hypno Hustler, I also put it here because I don't have any more display on the Spider Rogue Gallery below. And here is the Blue Ghost Riders, aka Danny Ketch and the Spirit Spider there. Here's the team of, in my humble opinion, the coolest looking Thunderbolts team of Ghost Rider, Agent Venom, Frank Castle, Punisher, Deadpool, Red Hulk, and also Elektra Natchios. The Spider Shelf. Up here are the modern Avengers shelf and also the Vendors street level heroes in its modern form. Started with Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Sam Wilson here. Iron Man, my most favorite armor of the Iron Man. Vision, Wasp, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, Simon William Wonder Man. Thor is Scott Lang, Ant-Man here, Black Panther, both T'Challa and Shuri, Hatun Zeraze, Blade, and old version of Tigra, Black Knight and Cersei here, Hercules. I also put the Giant Man there to consider him as the new Giant Man, because I think I've put the other Hank Pym in here somewhere. Clock and Dagger, Squirrel Girl, you can see there, Gwenpool, Jocasta, and here's Doctor Strange and all his comrades, Wong, Brother Voodoo, and Clea. The team of Young Avengers, there's Stinger, Patriot, Kate Bishop, Iron Lad, Wiccan, and Hulkling. And this is the street level heroes there of the vendors, etc. Like Luke Cage. I put her as Colin Wing there, since we have yet to receive an official release of the Colin Wing on comic form. Iron Fist, Shang-Chi, Daredevil, Jewel aka Jessica Jones, and also Patsy there, Hellcat, and White Tiger. And here we got, I put the Echo there, since we still yet to receive the official version of Echo. Black Goliath, Misty Knight, Moon Knight, and Red She-Hulk, Doc Samson, Hulk, and also She-Hulk here. Hulk and friends are here. Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, War Machine, Thunderstrike, and US Agent. Hawkeye and Mockingbird, also Black Widow are here. So here is the modern Avengers display. Moving on to the top level, here are the Shield Army and the team of Thunderbolts, the OG squad, and some squad also from Next Wave and New Warriors. Started here with Shield. There's Nick Fury, Maria Hill, Dum Dum Dugan, and Daisy Johnson. There's also Shield Mandroid and a couple of Shield Soldier here. Sharon Carter, I haven't bought the new one. One of my most favorite cool looking squad is here, the New Warriors. It's fun that they go dive deep on the squad since they almost complete. I think they already completed the lineup here. I haven't bought the Nova that goes along with them. Here's Night Thrasher, Rage, Namorita, Firestar, Speedball, Fantastic Justice, and Dark Hawk. There's also a team of Next Wave here in the background. Machine Man squad. Also put Nico Minoru and Singularity there. The OG Hyperion with Dark Hawk. There's also some obscure character, but it was big in the 80s. I think I got a couple of comics from them. It's Crystar and Warbow. Looking forward for more characters from the series. Deathlock, Winter Soldier, Phantom Rider, one of my most favorite one, since I know I learned him first from the live action, of course, Scarlet Slate, the OG Ghost Rider. Scar, Son of Hulk, brother and sister from Hell. It's Daemon Hellstrom and Satana, son and daughter of Satan. Yes. Union Jack and future Ant-Man here. Paladin and Silver Sable. Man-Thing, Juggernaut, Ghost. And here's the OG Thunderbolt team of Baron Zemo Season V and Edgar Jenkins, Mag 5, Songbird, Moonstone. Put the Howard the Duck here from the What If line, and hopefully soon we got Atlas for the completion of the OG Thunderbolts team. Moving on to the MCU shelf here. Nothing's changed. I think from the previous video, this is the Endgame Final Battle shelf we got here. There's the Wakandans, Shuri, And T'Challa, God rest his soul, M'Baku, Okoye, and the Dora Milaje, Ayo, and also the other squad there is Nakia, King T'Chaka, Odin is there, he's also from Asgard, Korg, and Lady Sif, Heimdall and Valkyrie there, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Thor, got a custom made head sculpt here, really nice. Captain Marvel, welcome back Robert Downey Jr. to the MCU as Doctor Doom and maybe as Iron Man as well. Captain America, welcome back Chris Evans, Steve Rogers as well. Hulk, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think Winter Soldier is the last piece that I got for this display. And the Guardians of the Galaxy, Drax, Mantis, Gamora and Nebula, Star-Lord, Rocket, and Groot here. So Spider-Man here, the Iron Spider costume, Hawkeye, and Scarlet Witch. There's Black Widow, Quicksilver, and Vision, who didn't make it to the final battle, already passed away before the battle. Also Rescue here, Pepper Potts with War Machine, Iron Patriot costume, Nick Fury with Yondu, and also squad from S.H.I.E.L.D., Maria Hill and Agent Coulson, and also Captain Carter. So here it is, the Avengers Endgame final battle display. Now to the villain shelf here, not just from the Infinity Saga but also from the Multiverse Saga, are the villain shelf that consists of the first 6 phase of the Marvel movies. What we got here is Red Skull, Loki, Crossbones, and Hydra Soldier, Ego the Living Planet, Gore the God Butcher, Hela and Scourge, Yellow Jacket, and Baron Mordo. Your Killmonger is there as well, Ulysses Claw, and that's Wenwu and Death Dealer. The fake Mandarin is here as well, Trevor Slattery, and the Ironmonger with Obadiah Stane. Kingpin here, Wilson Fisk, standing tall. It's Ron the Accuser with the team of Star Force, Minerva, and Carol Danvers, and also Yon Rock. Here we got the Collector, Crow from the Eternals, Sartor from Hell, some Molten Man. Here's Thanos and his Black Order. Alongside him, Rufus Clave, and then Ebony Mao, and Proxima Midnight, and also Black Dwarf. Here's Ultron, and this is the villain from the Spider-Man. So I got the Sinister 5, 6, and 7, should I call them? Electro, Sandman, and Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, and Lizard from the No Way Home, also Vulture, and Mysterio from the previous movies. Moving on to the next shelf is the Multiverse Saga shelf that I just finished displaying. Here's the Fantastic Four. I think this shelf is going to keep evolving because of the upcoming movie of Doomsday with new costumes, new characters, and new designs as well. Back to the Fantastic Four here, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and Thing. Here's Thor, Odin's son, and Jane Foster's the Mighty Thor, who is rumored to make a comeback in the either Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars. There's Valkyrie, the team of Guardians of the Galaxy Film 3, one of my favorite movie on the Phase 5, the Multiverse Saga. Star-Lord, Mantis, Nebula, and here Drax the Destroyer with Groot and also Rocket there. And Cosmo is, yep, it's here as well. And then Adam Warlock. Hopefully we got to see more of him in the next movie. Shalabal, Silver Surfer, and then Stager is there as well. Casey Lang. It's straight from the TVA are Loki, and Sylvie, and Mobius, Kang, and also his other, I forgot his name. Sadly, he is being taken away from the whole Multiverse Saga, but yeah, maybe hopefully we could see more of Kang in the future. In I don't know in what form. It's classic Loki. It's the team of the Eternals, who sadly didn't really well received by fans and critics as well. I don't think that we are going to see any more of them in the future. Scored, Wanda and Vision. Gonna have the series as well next for Vision in Disney Plus. Doctor Strange, along with Wong and Master Mordo. Agatha Harkness, love the series. Rintra, and so American Chavez is there. Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, Photon, and Miss Marvel, and also the one and only Nick Fury, Shang-Chi, Xialing, and Katie, Ant-Man and the Wasp. So here's some of the heroes of the Multiverse Saga. Continuing the Multiverse Saga display, here are the second shelf for the Multiverse Saga as characters from the X-Men, Wolverine, Deadpool, and also from Black Panther, Spider-Man, No Way Home, and from street level heroes, Daredevil. And start here with the Spider-Man and friends. Both three Spider-Man are here. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. Here's the new Punisher, who's going to appear also in the 4th Spider-Man movie. J. Jonah Jameson, Happy Hogan, the non-fighting characters here as well. Ned Leeds and MJ, Venom, and Carnage from the now defunct, I think Sony Spider-Man universe. That's what they call it. There's the Wakandans behind, and the Talokans as well. It's Okoye Nakia and Atuma with King Namor, and Shuri Black Panther, Ironheart, Everett Ross with Sharon Carter, Hawkeye and Kate Bishop. This is the Thunderbolts, which now is called the New Avengers. Yelena Belova and Bucky Barnes. So, US Agent. Behind there is also Zemo and Taskmaster, Ghost, and Red Guardian. I still need to buy this Sentry for this lineup. Moving on, here are the X-Men, which we are going to see back In Avengers Doomsday, Professor Charles Xavier, Magneto, Mystique, and Wolverine that hasn't made any announcement that if they're going to appear there or they're going to save it for Secret Wars. Cable, Domino, Colossus. There's Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Daredevil, and also Jessica Jones, who is going to make her return in Daredevil Season 2, Born Again. It's Colossus. It's Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Claire Temple. Also Elektra and Jessica Henwick's character. What's her name again? Colin Wing, right? She-Hulk, Moon Knight and Mr. Knight, Honshu, Blade, which we are going to receive new official figures later this year, Red Hulk, Falcon, and also Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Deadpool here. Headpool. So here's the second shelf of the Multiverse Saga. Down here is actually unrelated to Marvel Legends, but this is the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection, which I'm about to move to other shelf in my other room actually. But yeah, actually I'm very hopeful that in the future that they're going to relaunch the line, since we haven't got all of the Rangers that actually needed to complete the line. So just a quick look at my Power Rangers Lightning collection. Now let's move to the Detolf shelf. The first two here is where I put the characters from the MCU or the comics that didn't make it to the main display. Just like here, I put the Civil War, the Thor Ragnarok stuff in same shelf. Next to it was I got the Hot Toys from the Infinity War. I'm yet to have the dedicated display for my Hot Toys. It's not much, I think it's around 20 to 25, but yeah, still not my main priority right now. It's for the 6 inches right now. And this is the first Avengers movie alongside the Guardians of the Galaxy. First one as well. Howard the Dexter. This is from the Age of Ultron. Also Loki from the TVA there. It's Luis here. Just a couple of characters that didn't make it to the main display. And this is a little trip to the memory lane. This is the Avengers and X-Men from the Toy Biz era. This is the early days of my collecting from 2004, which is now it's 22 years ago. How time flies. But I just want to preserve this, so I gave them a dedicated display, just a little small space on a Detolf for both Avengers and the X-Men. And this is also mostly the MCU characters that didn't make it to the main display because they are doubles or like that came from the movie before them. And this is the movie characters pre-MCU, which came from OG Fantastic Four, Ghost Riders, Spider-Man, Punisher, and obviously the X-Men, which are going to make the comeback later this year. And we've come to the final shelf to these two Detolf here. This one consists of the symbiotes. Now letting all the symbiotes here, Venom, and this is the McFarlane Spider-Man from Toy Biz. Still have a special place in my heart and in my display room. And this is the Into the Spider-Verse / Across the Spider-Verse characters. Still need to unbox more of these figures since it's very few. And this is the Spidey characters that didn't make it to the main display. The other versions, other armors as well. And here is some miscellaneous characters, doubles from the comic line. On to the next detail. Here's the Age of Apocalypse characters, which is pretty solid, I think. Gambit is the recent one that's just released. Are we going to receive more of this? Hopefully, yeah. So we got a couple characters to go. And this is also my favorite shelf, which is the Uncanny X-Force / X-Force shelf team of Wolverine. I think we just need Wolfbane to complete this Kalios team. And this is like different era, different team of the X-Men that I got here. The First Class, the Utopia era, the Outback Australian team of the X-Men, the Cyclops Uncanny X-Men team after season, and here are the Wolverines, the Logans from Toy Biz, Hasbro, movies and comics, and practically there's 2 Dakans in there as well. Weapons of Vengeance, Wolverine. And I think we've come to the end of the videos, and thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so I could make more of this in the future. Thank you very much also for requesting this video, which is long overdue. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Excelsior!